What's up, Oilers? Welcome back to Faculty Fusion. I'm Diego.
I'm Katie.
I'm Andrew.
And we're here with
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mr. Thank you so much for coming on the show. If you're not familiar with Mr. Rodriguez is, give us a quick little rundown of what you do here at the school.
Well, I'm a teacher here at Montebello High. I teach computer animation and the journalism, as you all know it, OilerTV.
Are you an Oiler alumni?
Yes, I am. I graduated from MHS in 2001. So, yeah, that's pretty much.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with some personal questions. Andrew, take it away.
Yep. If you had a chance to work with any animation studio, who would it be?
Cartoon Network definitely will be one of my top choices.
Wait, didn't that end though?
Well, no, they're still
yeah.
around. They're just
Merging.
They got taken over by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon will be another one I'd be interested in. And maybe some of the smaller animation studios that just scatter across LA, will be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have been nice. But yeah, I mean, I will go for those.
Hand drawn or digitally hand drawn for the animation studios?
Well, I have an appreciation for both. It's really hard for me to choose. Not a fan of too much 3D stuff, but definitely traditional.
Okay. Do you think Mr. Escobar is a toxic when it comes to reviewing movies?
I
think a good example is Wall-E.
Yes, that's right.
Wall-E?
So I know he feels strongly about Wall-E.
Wait, what did he say?
Overrated, I think he said it was.
I think.
I mean, I saw some good value in Wall-E, something that we can all learn from. But to me, it was more of a rendition of where mankind has gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was mostly a wake up call to snapping out of this culture where corporations tell us how to live and how we're destroying the planet because of that. Also, the idea that humans became cartoon characters, to me, it became a metaphor for how everything that's sold by a big company is like a cartoon image of some fantasy world that we all wish to live in because they say so.
What's your favorite video game?
Oh, Super Mario Brothers 3 is my favorite game, for sure.
How many times have you beat it?
Many times. I may have played that game hundreds of times, and I know every hidden pixel, every doorway. I know everything about every level on that game. So this very day.
Have you ever tried to speedrun it before?
No.
Oh.
No, because I like to. Well, I know how to cut from one world to the other, and skip some worlds, but I think I've done that. I think I played the game thoroughly from beginning to end more than I, cut through different worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Who's better, He-Man or Thundercats?
Thundercats.
Really?
What are Thundercats? Oh.
Well, it's an old children's TV animated series that I kind of grew up with. He-Man's another one, but Thundercats all the way.
You like Mum-Ra as a villain?
I forgot who that was.
I was gonna say, who the hell is that?
He was like this mummy dude.
Yeah. Okay.
A mummy dude? Okay.
What'd you think of the reboot from 2020 from Cartoon Network?
Reboot?
Yeah, there was a reboot.
Oh, the one that were very cute looking.
Yeah.
Nah.
Everyone.
Some things should just be left alone.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, let it die.
Have you seen the 2011 one?
Is it 2011 one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it was good. You should watch it.
I think around that time, what was I doing around that time? Oh, yeah, I think there was just so much happening because I was in my second year or third year teaching year, and it was such a roller coaster of a year There was a lot of things I cut off, including Saturday morning cartoons. So, ironically, I teach animation class. But yeah, there was a time where I wasn't watching a lot of stuff because there was a lot of things that I needed to get done.
Was there a school newspaper at MHS?
Yeah. So when I was a student here at MHS, I was in the journalism class, just like the class I teach, except it was in video because I guess the media was video and visuals that we have now were not a thing as much. So we would do a newspaper, and I don't know. From what I remember, we would release a newspaper maybe twice every quarter. So that was our newspaper, or it was called the Derrick Diary.
Was it popular?
It was because, especially the sports section was very popular because the athletes would be on the photos, and they like to see themselves on the photos. And my friend, he's a football player and he's in the photo, so that's cool. Another section that was popular was the opinions page, because that's where students can.
Really
That's where the
happy.
writers can write their opinions about certain issues and stuff like that.
They weren't bad, right? They were good.
No, it was very open-minded. I mean, they would tackle anything about like world issues, political issues.
Okay.
And I guess a lot of I don't know how the youth is now about politics and stuff, but back then it was like, all right, cool. That's how they feel. That's how they feel. Back then it was politics was really interesting because Bill Clinton was president.
I am.
And so he was just amazing. He was amazing at creating chaos as in Scandal, because Monica Lewinsky and all that stuff. And then things got crazier when the vice president, he had Al Gore and Bush were running. That's when it was like, whoa, that was an interesting time. Yeah. It was very much that, yes.
Were you in the CATS program when you were in high school?
We didn't have CATS. Back then we had something called the Career Academy, which kind of became the pathways that we have now. But the Career Academy did have an animation program that I chose to join as a sophomore. So it was a new program. I wanted to be an animator, and they were going to teach animation in high school. I was like, sign me up. So I did it, and I was one of the first students, first period, the first year they taught it. It was great.
Would you be a voice actor?
No,
No.
Oh.
can't see myself doing that.
Who came up with the OilerTV robot?
I did. To teach
It's actually really cool looking.
to teach the writers a lesson who did not finish their writing pieces.
Hello?
You're not worried that they're gonna unionize and strike?
I dare them to unionize and strike. Please, if some of the writers can finish a writing piece, it's only a paragraph, mind you. How will they write a contract to unionize?
Yeah.
Okay, for OilerTV, do I have to sign an NDA?
Kinda. There is a contract. There is a contract where how your teacher gives you a syllabus with rules and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's very much like that.
Did I sign something like that?
I think you may have.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wait,
'Cause,
what are the? Would I?
Like APUS, you have to sign a syllabus.
I did
Yeah.
that.
You may have. What you joined last year, right?
Yeah.
If you, I don't know. I have to look at my.
I'm scot free. Let's do it that way.
No, but yeah, it's they're just it's like a contract that says you're gonna follow rules. You're not gonna do anything to, when you are in OilerTV, you represent not just yourself but the school, worldwide, right? Because this goes worldwide.
Yeah.
And so, if you're gonna be someone who gets in trouble all the time, and you're an OilerTV student, that's not, that's not good. So you want to represent yourself good at all times.
Yeah.
Have you ever met any students who are all grown up?
Oh yeah. I think former students, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, once they graduate, right? You could. Well, I honestly don't think you become an adult until you're 25. But
Why?
well, the level, your way of thinking, I think the way you process common sense, I think happens at 25. When you're 18 and you're 19 or 20, 22, you're still kind of learning the realities of like the real world. So you're still tackling on new things that you may not have been able to tackle before. But when I think around the time you're 25, you kind of, I think you figure things out. But have I met students that around that age? Yes. And luckily for me, I've been able to find students or run into students that are doing really, really good things.
Do you think, like, what's the most shocking, like, turn someone has done?
Shocking turn, like they turned it around?
Like, I guess so, yeah. Like, their life wasn't as expected.
Shocking turn. Well, I don't know, because luckily, I think I've been able to keep in touch with a lot of good students. And so they keep in touch with me after high school. I want to say, I have a feeling that I've had a moment, though, where it was like, oh, you know what? Here, I'll tell you this. We had some CAT students who got married, and they had a baby.
What?
So, yeah.
They met in here?
They met here. They met here.
Matchmaking Rodriguez?
They met here in my classroom. They were together ever since high school sweethearts. And then now they're married and they have a child. And we could say that the CATS program has had their first
Kitten?
Shut up.
Yeah, but yeah, we've had CAT students who have done that, and we've had CAT students that are not working for the district. We've had CAT students who work at the post office. We've had CAT students, sadly, who've passed away. But yeah, so they're out there.
Well, that's all of my personal questions, Diego.
All right, we're going to move into movie section.
Cool.
All right, we're going to start off one with, if you were cast as Cat in the Hat in 2005, what would you change about your performance?
It's already the best.
Some people don't think that.
It's already the best. Like, objectively speaking. Like,
How would I change my performance?
Like, say you're Mike Myers. What are you changing?
Oh, God. Well, Mike Myers is, there was only two things I liked that he's ever done. Austin Powers, I thought was good. I mean, the third one was okay, but the
Beyonce
first two,
one.
yeah, I guess. And he played that's it, actually. Austin Powers.
Shrek.
Come on now.
I can't stand Shrek.
Whoa.
I can't stand Shrek.
Boo.
It's just,
Point at him.
you know,
Oh my God.
not every DreamWorks movie has to end with a disco number. Like, I'm so.
Hey, holding
I
out
agree,
for a
actually.
hero is like the best.
I guess. I mean, it's cute that you think that.
Oh,
But every Pixar, every DreamWorks movie is like, okay, now let's dance at the end, and it's like, what for? The film already ended, but and so no, I really don't think Shrek, Mike Myers, and I can't stand the voice of Eddie Murphy.
What?
So Donkey is even worse. And this is why I don't like Mulan, because he was also the voice of Mushu the dragon, right?
Yeah.
That's perfect casting right there.
I guess.
Wait,
Eddie
reboot or
Murphy?
Animated?
Both.
Oh, but
Oh,
But
we're talking strictly animated here. We don't speak of the live action, okay?
but okay, so the Cat in the Hat. How would I change the acting? Not acting it at all.
Do you drop out?
Yes. If that landed on my desk as a script, I would have been like, next.
Come on. It's funny.
It's hilarious.
It's funny that I got made.
They put their heart and soul into the
Re-
movie. And
Who put their heart and soul
will
into
never
that?
ever hate
They must have
another.
really hated themselves. But not my favorite movie or
So
actor.
funny.
Did you like Pixels from 2015?
Oh God.
This is Adam Sandler, huh?
Yeah.
Another reason not to watch that.
Oh god, dude, Adam Sandler is
You know,
overrated.
It has Peter Dinklage.
Who's that?
He's the guy who played
I don't want to know.
He was in Game of Thrones. Did you watch Game of Thrones? No. Okay. I can't stand Adam Sandler either. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. The Wedding Singer was good. I like The Wedding. That's because I like 80s culture, you know. So and there's a lot of zingers in there about 80s stuff, but that's it. I can't. No Adam Sandler for me.
I had a question. So you know how you don't like how DreamWorks Shrek ends with a musical?
Right.
How do you feel about Bollywood movies?
Oh.
I love Bollywood movies.
Really?
I
This is
live
hypocritical.
I live for Bollywood. It's not hypocritical. Let me tell you why. Because Bollywood starts their dancing from the beginning, so you know that it's gonna be that throughout the movie, and you're gonna see more.
Yeah.
They don't give you a fairy tale, and then they just dance at the end, right?
They do dance.
And they write their own music, right? So it's not like they're taking a song from the Bee Gees or Donna Summer and they start performing to it. So Bollywood is just, to me, is very soaring, and I like watching it.
Do you like Shah Rukh Khan?
Shaka Khan?
No, Shah Rukh Khan, SRK.
Is that a Bollywood actor?
Yeah.
I don't even know their names. You know what? If I go to like an Indian restaurant and it's playing Bollywood, I'm there to live the moment. But I don't know. I don't know Bollywood pop culture, I guess.
What's the worst celebrity encounter you've had?
Dude, so I have an embarrassing story to share.
Come on.
So there's this thing called the Animation Festival in LA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visit different theaters. They show you all these special screenings. And at this particular screening, they're going to show a movie called The Fantastic Planet. Now, The Fantastic Planet, it's an old psychedelic movie from the 70s. It was made in 1973, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And the person hosting the screening is Sean Lennon, who is John Lennon's second child, I believe, or third, I think.
Sean Lennon?
Yeah. And John Lennon, as you know, he was one of the Beatles. It's a band that I love. It's the most beloved band in the world, right? It's my opinion. But it's like, cool, like Sean Lennon is here and right in front of me, hosting a thing, and I'm watching a movie that him and his father used to enjoy when he grew up, when he was growing up. So at one point, the movie is really long that they have to do an intermission where you take a break in between, right?
Okay.
So in the back of the theater, they're going to offer all the guests cheese, crackers, and drinks and things like that. So we go out to the patio, and everybody's there relaxing, stretching, getting their munchies on. And at one point, I approached the cheese and cracker table, and Sean Lennon comes up with his supermodel girlfriend at the time. I don't know if they're still together. But and he asked, "Hey, are you enjoying the show?" And I said, "Oh yeah, man, thanks, and thanks for hosting it. The movie's great so far. I'm really having a good time." And I said, "I'm a huge fan of your dad's music, you know." And he's like, "Well," he goes, "Have you heard any of my music?" And I said, "Oh,
yes.
I don't think I have." And I'm like,
Oh.
and he's like, I go, "But your dad's music is great, you know." And I'm going, "Just shut up." Yes. I'll just shut up.
God.
Don't say anything. And I go, "Well, thank you so much. Great to meet you." And I walk away. And
You hurt that guy's ego.
dude, I tell my friend who was there, I'm like, "Dude, I just made a fool of myself next to Sean Lennon, who is the son of a rock legend, of the most iconic band that I love so much. But
I have a question.
This is
How do you
crazy.
feel about the Now and Then, the new Beatles song, the last Beatles song?
it's okay. I like it. I mean, it's amazing. Mr. Escobar and I were texting about this. That it's crazy that we can be alive today and say, "Hey, did you hear the new song from the Beatles?" That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that a lot of young people know about this song, it's crazy, right? So, but this is the second time they find a John Lennon tape, and they just added in their voices to the track. So to me, it was nothing too new that I could say was groundbreaking. Because in the 90s, they did something similar. Where they, here's a John Lennon tape, and we're going to...
Yeah, isn't it because the tape was like too like inaudible to use?
I don't know what the
'Cause they
reason
used, like,
was.
2 songs from it with John Lennon. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I don't know what the technology behind it was, but that's cool, you know. I mean, I only bought the re-release of their hits collection because it was remastered and it had happened to have that song in there.
Oh yeah.
If all the Beatles were still alive, would you like a reunion?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I would go, but it's really hard. Again, something should just be left untouched.
Would you listen to a music of the Beatles if it was AI generated?
There's a rumor that this new song was AI generated.
Oh,
But I don't.
Technically, I guess.
They like
It's
used
weird.
AI to clean it up.
Yeah.
oh,
'Cause,
wow.
Oh, that's well. They do that with almost everything, right?
Yeah.
Movies and stuff. But nah,
Mm.
because it's not them.
Did you watch the Get Back documentary from 2021?
Oh man, I was living. And I cried at the end because I've actually seen the old film from 1970, Let It Be, and then they remastered this one. There's a performance, a rooftop performance that they showed that was like missing from the original movie, and it was so exciting to see that like in super cleaned up high definition. So I loved it because you can see their true talent just coming together, and then you could see them arguing, and you actually learn that Yoko Ono didn't break up the Beatles.
Who
She-
broke it? Who broke it?
It just seemed like they were all going in their different ways already, and they were just kind of tired of each other.
I don't really know a lot about the Beatles. All I know is that John Lennon got killed.
He was shot like
Yep.
10 years later after that, yeah. But for many decades, I guess, they were saying, oh, Yoko Ono broke up the Beatles. You can see in this documentary that she really has nothing to do with it. Everybody just has a different ego, and they're just kind of going the wrong way. That's what broke them up. Growth.
What's the worst concert you've ever attended?
Oh, I can't say I've been to too many concerts, but the worst one would have to be... I don't know if I have a bad concert that I've been to.
You're
No.
lucky.
I've enjoyed all the shows.
Do you have a bad like movie theater experience?
Yes. We went to go see The Hobbit. I know, right? Already you're just like, uh-oh, here we go.
Let me guess, you're dressed up too.
No. No, but... Well, you know the type of crowd... Yeah.
The type of crowd.
Okay.
You know those people. You know the type of crowd it's so bad. Well, people have been living
They're
outside the
weird.
theater to watch this thing, right? So I don't know the audience that we were nearby were just messy and laughing at everything, and I'm like, this isn't even a comedy. What are you laughing at?
The dwarves are hilarious.
Oh my!
No, but there were people there that were just and they just you can tell they have not showered for days.
Oh my! So they've been
It's
living
the
under a
Hobbit.
cage.
I don't know. I don't know if they
Under
were.
In a
I don't know
hole
if they
in the
were-
ground.
I don't know if they were camping outside of the theater, but it was just not. I was like, oh, I can't wait for this movie to be over. And those movies are 3 hours long.
Yeah.
When did it really hit you that
What?
they smelled really bad? Because like I just imagine sitting there and you're eating your popcorn and you're thinking, is it me?
how can you even eat with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm
stench?
thinking. Like,
No, but I mean, maybe halfway in through the movie is when you started. You're like, all right, you guys calm down.
So they were all like Gollum.
Huh?
They were all-
No. Are you like how do they look like? You mean?
yeah. Oh no, they just acted. They were acting like Gollum.
No, they were more like, oh man, how can I explain it? They were just loud, obnoxious, and laughing all the time. Ha 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 ha. And then with food coming out of their mouths, like popcorn and God knows what else they were
no man.
shoving into their
Oh my
mouths.
God.
But whatever.
So after that experience, you didn't want to go back to the 2 sequels?
No, I don't think I did. I think I just waited for the Blu-ray or whatever.
What's the most disappointed you've ever been in a movie?
Is that the same question?
No.
No,
Nah,
that's
that's
different.
movie theater. This
So-
is movie.
I was a fan for a while of the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid,
Okay.
and I was like,
Sounds
this
good.
is a fun story, right? And then a movie comes out. I was like, I'm gonna go see this movie. What could go wrong? So I was out of that theater after 5 minutes.
No.
No way.
I was just like, this isn't what. The acting was so bad.
The greatest trilogy.
I didn't even bother
Wait,
watching the rest.
The first one?
The first one.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I guess.
You're missing out on one of the greatest childhood films.
Yeah.
For you.
Plus,
It's a classic.
you can't.
Wait, how old were you? Did you watch?
Well,
it?
that could
Oh
explain
well.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see.
like
I must have been like 20. When did that come out?
2010.
2010. So if how old am I now? 40. I must have been like 20. I don't know, 28 or something. 27. 27.
well, that's
Or
when you had
26.
common sense. So
Wait, you're 40 and you're 40?
Don't say it.
No, I'm asking if you're 40.
How dare you?
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're 40?
I turned 40 years old last summer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, anyways, I'm not gonna do that.
80.
I'm not doing the math. I'm tired.
That's all good. It's all good.
I just got back from tennis.
What'd you think of Multiverse of Madness?
I liked it. I like Doctor Strange. But
Not
Why are you
like it?
dissing on
It
it?
was trash.
here's what I'll tell you.
Multiverse of
I think-
Madness?
Yeah.
The trailer was amazing, and I can't because it came out I think during the Super Bowl, and I was like, yeah. But when I saw the Doctor Strange that was supposed to be like very dark, and I was very not impressed. I thought I was expecting more of that. But while the movie was still good, this was around the time where I'm thinking, okay, Marvel, can we move on from this I like the concept of a multi-universe, but there was just so many movies about it. The 3 Spider-Man, and spoiler alert, the Multiverse of Madness, the different Scarlet Witch, and you know the different traveling parallel. Like I was getting tired of that already.
Let it go.
Mind you, he also said that he loved The Flash.
The Flash
The
is great.
Flash?
It's great.
It's trash. Ezra Miller is a trash person,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't need to see 2 of them on screen.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-uh.
That he's a trash
the best
person,
part of that movie
or
was
is
when
the
it
movie?
ended.
You lost your credibility. I'm sorry.
no.
Delete
It's
your
a great
letterbox.
film.
Delete your letterbox.
Michael Keaton as Batman was good. I thought no.
Oh.
Ben Affleck Batman was better in the Flash
God,
perspective.
Ben Affleck needs to just quit, man.
I know, right?
He's not a good actor.
Oh,
And how does he
Those
have
are fighting words.
how does he have an Oscar? You know,
oh, he does?
he has an Oscar in something.
Good for
No.
him.
He did a movie with Matt Damon, and that's how he got his Oscar.
Goodwill Hunting.
There you go. That's the one.
Good.
Are you a fan of Jamie Foxx as Electro?
I am. I'm a Jamie Foxx fan. I like. He's
yeah.
funny. I like, and I think his real acting skill as that character came out really well during the Spider-Man Homecoming. Was it Homecoming where they all meet?
Oh no, No Way Home.
All the way home?
No Way Home.
No, no,
No Way Home. What a dumb name for titles, huh?
No.
It should have been like 1, 2, and 3.
They already did that.
Oh yeah, they did
Yeah,
that.
but these were actually good.
Oh.
Are you saying the
Whoa,
Raimi
wait, what?
trilogy sucks?
Well, the first one was okay.
Okay.
Okay. Andrew Garfield to me is the Spider-Man that I read in the comic books. That character, his character came through as the Peter
see
Parker you read in the comic books.
He has a
Not
dweeby
Toby.
face.
What's his name? Toby
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire.
He was just too like
What?
Spider-Man feelings, you know. But Andrew Garfield, I think, is the Spider-Man that I feel was the one that you read through on the comic books. But what's his name? Who recently played Spider-Man?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Well, he did a good job too.
Fuck that.
But Andrew Garfield. But yeah, to answer your question, the Jamie Foxx, his character came through in that Spider-Man with all the 3 Spider-Man. Very, very like obsessed with the power, and you know, it was great.
I'm starting to rethink that Mr. Escobar is not a toxic reviewer. I'm kidding.
Wow.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, what celebrity would you like to meet?
I always say, who the hell wants to meet these people? But who would I like to meet?
Jack Black.
No. Who would I like to meet? I don't think I have a desire to meet a celebrity. I would like to meet like a president someday.
President?
Trump,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, JFK?
No, ooh. He wasn't really
Bill
president.
Clinton?
What
Huh?
about
I'll meet Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
What
not?
would you talk
Really?
about? Yeah.
Probably just like, hey, you know, you were my president growing up. You were fun to watch on TV, you know.
What would you say
That's
if you
it?
met Hillary?
Oh.
Why didn't you win? And how the hell do you
Why
lose?
did you win?
How the hell do you lose against that guy? No, I would just say, hey, you know, the good job on the race. You know, it was a strong race. She fought hard twice, and I think she inspired a lot of women,
Oh, for sure.
and I would thank her for that.
What'd you think of Dexter New Blood?
Loved it. It was, you know what? We deserved any ending than the one that we got on the last season. But that ending was, I think, appropriate.
Did
to
you
the-
like Hellboy 2019?
Yeah. I like the first Hellboy.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Guillermo del Toro was cooking.
Help.
Did you watch Gran Turismo from last year?
No.
It's not that bad. Well, I don't know.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's bad, but not that bad, right? But
It's like so bad it's camp.
It's like 6.5 out of 10.
I don't know if
What movie were we talking about?
you know
Gran Turismo. Oh my god.
the idea that the character got to play it himself is a bit off-putting for me.
No. Have you seen the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy?
Oh my god.
Oh.
He just started watching it and now he just loves
Is it really a trilogy? How many are there? There's
Well,
like
there's
9,
5,
right?
but
Oh, okay.
yeah, there's
You only
5.
really count the first 3.
What compelled you to
You know
watch
what?
it?
I'm kind of no. I haven't seen any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw some of the first one, but I'm just tired of Johnny Depp wearing eyeshadow all the time in his
What?
films. everything he does has eyeshadow.
I get.
You know, Willy Wonka. What's his name? Jack Sparrow. What else does he play that he?
It's from that Disney movie. What's it called? I forgot.
Edward Scissorhands?
No,
I
that's a
With
good example.
Wanda.
But that was actually a good movie.
That's a really good movie.
Uh oh.
All right, now we're going to move into our silly section. Katie, take it away.
All right. So, what's your thoughts on Gypsy Rose finally getting released from prison?
Who's that?
No, I have to admit, who is that?
No, I don't know who that is.
You really don't?
No, explain.
Okay, so you know Munchausen's syndrome. You know where you fake to you pretend to be sick for like sympathy or whatever.
Everybody does that to take a day out.
Okay,
But I
this
don't
is
know.
by an extreme amount. Like this is for a lifetime. And mugshot, whatever the hell, proxy. It's like when like a mom like, forces a kid to go through like hospital things. Like the girl Gypsy Rose, she had to get a feeding tube, and she had, I think, her wisdom teeth removed. I don't remember, but she had her salivary glands removed. She was perfectly healthy. Just the mom wanted sympathy. And then she scammed a bunch of people. She said her daughter had cancer and she was drugged up all the time. But in the end, Gypsy Rose kills her mom.
I don't think I've heard of that story.
You've never heard of
No.
that story.
If this
This
sounds like something that's gonna be on Netflix in a few months.
It was already on Netflix. It was, yeah, it was
Yeah,
on Hulu.
they made a Hulu show about it.
Yeah,
Wow,
like, it was
no,
like
I'm
crazy.
I'm not aware of that.
Well, like, she didn't kill him. It's her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend that killed him. And so she really got released after, I think, 9 years of prison. And I just thought, like, it'd be popular for you. I don't know. I thought you would know. You said something about MatPat. You wanted to say something about him.
Well, okay, so
Like you were like, you're
Here
twitching
we
right
go.
now. Yeah.
I know. So before we started,
Because we
this-
were, for some context, we were talking about like, like we're bummed out to see MatPat end his channel.
yeah,
MatPat is Game Theory. You guys don't know.
yeah, he has a YouTube channel, right? Where he does game theory, movie theory, right?
Yeah.
Food theory.
Food theory,
Style theory.
Who watched
which is a
that?
great, which is
I
a,
watch it.
I
You
love
watched it?
I love his channel, and I think his channel is very successful.
It's fun to watch.
But there was this one moment some time ago where he was depressed or whatever it was, and yeah, you gotta feel sorry for him. But I feel like he comes off inauthentic when he's talking to his audience. Like the crying feels fake to me.
It was a bit excessive. I
It
guess.
Yeah, I
was,
was
and
I felt
Yeah.
so awkward.
the first time he did this a long time ago, I'm gonna take some time off. That's fine. Take some time off. You don't have to tell us, you know. Maybe just say, hey, I'm taking some time off, and I'll be back when I can. Some people will leave comments and wish you well, right? But we don't need to see 40 minutes of that, you know.
Dude, it
And
was
he-
so awkward.
and then he came back and he does his thing again and has educated so many people on a lot of possibilities of movies and stuff. And then I last night I saw that and I was like, oh, here we go. And literally the first, he starts talking in front of the camera. That he's handing the show to somebody else. And then I was like, oh, God, here we go. And he's like,
You start crying on cue.
and I'm just like, you have 5 seconds, dude. 5, 4, before I change it to something else. And I changed it to something else. I don't have time for this. Just come back when you can. He could be gone for he could be gone for 4 years. And I don't even know why he's handing the show over. I swear to God, I didn't even finish. I didn't even give it a try watching it.
Yeah, you would need some context for it. Basically, I think he's like handing it over to people. Like,
It's not gonna be.
I didn't watch it that far.
Yeah, no.
No,
It was
so
like so.
he's still gonna work. Wait, what?
Huh? Nothing. Just go.
No, yeah, he's still gonna work for the channel. He's just gonna be like a writer, but he wants to take a break, being in front of the camera, and he wants to be behind the camera. Do you know? You know?
Like a director.
No, just a writer.
Whoops.
Worst Karen experience.
Worst Karen. So one time I was at Knott's Berry Farm, right? Well, we were leaving Knott's Berry Farm and we're walking out. There's a chicken restaurant that's popular there. Oh, so good. So we're leaving the restaurant and I think we almost knock over some child when we open the door. Well, because the
the
child
kid gotta get away. Why is he?
Well, the child was running, and the parents said, "Hey, watch out, my kid is there." And it's like, okay, well, hold on to your child, you know,
Yeah.
so that they're not getting kicked down to the ground. We're not out there to kick children. We're just leaving a restaurant. So, so we were just like, whatever. We ignored it, but she just kept shouting things at us.
Dang.
And so,
Hello? Time and place.
yeah, so we went across the street to avoid the situation, but they were still like, hey, come over here, bring it. Blah, blah, blah. You want to fight me? Whatever.
All right. Have you ever had like a really bad haircut?
Oh yeah. Oh man. If I had the picture to show, I would. So
do you not?
I do. No, I do have a really bad my COVID haircut. When we went remote and I couldn't go to a barber, my hair was a mess. I just shaved it all off.
Britney Spears style.
Mm-hmm. Britney Spears. Except I wasn't a maniac. You know.
Hey,
Yo,
yo.
you picked the wrong fight.
She didn't do anything. Like
she didn't. Well, you're right. She didn't do anything.
You were in quarantine. That's already mandatory. Okay.
You know what? No. Hey. I have.
And you already fell.
I appreciate her as a performer, but you have to admit she was.
That's not on her though.
I guess. Okay. No, but I did cut all my hair off, and I just not digging it.
Oh.
Damn.
Have you been to a zoo first of all?
I've been to a zoo.
Okay. Worst experience.
I don't know. Back in high school, we did a field trip to the zoo.
You guys had field trips in high school.
Mm-hmm. It was part. Remember how I said earlier? I was part of the career academy, and so we did a field trip to the zoo. And so as a senior trip, I think it was.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
And it was just weird. It was chaos. It was crazy. It was. I was just like, I can't wait to get home. Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. You know, you get a bunch of kids from Montebello on a school bus and then toss them into the zoo. You know, and there's actual animals, and you're just like, whoa, you know, that's a gorilla. And it's right there in front of me. So I guess to me it was stupid because I had been to a zoo already. So for me, an animal behind the cage was not a big deal. But for a lot of students, it was.
I've never been to a zoo. That's what I'm saying. Like.
Oh yeah, and I get it. Some kids have not left Montebello, right? I'm not saying you haven't, but we've had kids who have never seen the coast. They've never seen. They've never been to a zoo, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I was just kind of annoyed. Like, how do you not know what a zoo looks like?
Oh my god! I just imagine you being so snarky about it. Like, oh my god, guys! Like,
I grew up in the '90s. Everything was whatever.
Whatever. Oh my god, yawn. Have you ever been able to talk with a capybara or a tiger? Who asked that?
Who wrote this?
Wait, who was cooking?
I didn't write this.
Have I been
I'm
able?
just a messenger.
Have I been able to talk to a what?
To a capybara. Do you know what those are?
No.
They're like those weird rodent things. I don't even know what those are either. Like, it's
okay.
how do you describe one? A big
Well, let's
hamster.
let's focus on the tiger of it all.
Oh. Yeah, are you able to talk to a tiger?
I'm not the kind of human being.
These are capybara.
Oh, you can't talk to those.
Are you able to talk to those?
No, you know
Okay.
what? Those are wild animals. I am not getting near a wild animal.
But a tiger?
There's the reason why a tiger's behind a cage.
El tigre.
Oh god.
Okay. All right. And then, who's your favorite co-worker? Co-worker?
Favorite coworker. Favorite coworker. I don't know if I have a favorite coworker, but I will say this: that the staff here, that I work, we have good staff here at work. Whether I agree with some of them or not, I like working at MHS because of them.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know if I have a work bestie. I don't know if okay, I will. Well, I do have coworkers that I do work closely with a lot. Like Ms. Lozano is cool. She's a teacher I can go talk to when I feel like troubled about something. And she's been very supportive. Mr. Dubin that I've been working. He's one of the first teachers I met here when I first started working here, and he kind of like, hey, you go talk to that person if you ever need this. You can talk to me if you ever need that.
Mm-hmm.
So I always appreciate anybody who's led me down the right path here at the school. But I think generally the staff is amazing here. But the staff generally here is great, and I don't mind them. They're okay.
Have you ever had any thoughts of other careers, even before you started teaching or after?
There was at least twice where I almost left this job.
Oh.
The first one was to go back into the industry, entertainment industry.
Uh-huh.
Twice, actually. I think that was the case. It was like, oh, come and work here, Leave your teaching job, come work here, and we offer you this and we offer you that. But I end up here again. At the last second, I just say, in fact, the last time I actually got the job somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
When can you start, And then I spoke to some staff members. What do you think about this? Me leaving MHS? And then I think of the pros and cons, and I don't know. I feel like MUSD, you only work 180 days, right? And so you get all this time off, and it's mostly paid. So I don't get that anywhere else.
That's nice. Moving on to mailbag. Diego, you want to hit us off?
Yeah. So now that Mickey Mouse, or Steamboat Willie, I should say, is public domain, are you considering implementing him into OilerTV?
No, because Steamboat Willie is a great Mickey, but not the best Mickey.
What do you mean?
Wait, what?
Is it like, do you rank them?
Dude, there's a lot of cool Mickeys out there, but they're still copywritten. But I know that was the first Mickey that had sound, but no, he's just too big of an icon still.
What made you want to become an artist, let alone a cat teacher?
What made me become an artist?
Yeah.
I was told back at MOI when I joined the band that they wouldn't teach us how to play jazz because it wasn't a jazz club. So I stopped playing an instrument, and I was already kind of messing around with drawing, so I just stayed with that.
Nice.
But then the whole teacher thing. Well, I came in because the teacher that taught animation was injured, and so they couldn't come back to work. So I was asked to take over, and I said, "Yeah, why not?"
Okay. Besides, since you're a cats and OilerTV teacher, what other positions would you teach?
Well, I'm now teaching journalism, which is kind of fun. Not kind of, it's really fun.
What is different?
Well, I get to switch gears. So I get to teach journalism and some kind of multimedia production course. That's not only informative, but I like setting up teams of students and having them do something. I like that. I like the chaos of kids getting stressed out and producing something. To me, that's fun. And I like that. I like that kids are stressing because that is gonna come in handy when you leave high school. How do you deal with the stress of how do you deal with a challenge, right?
You're right.
And then you get to teach animation, where for the rest of the day, where I'm just getting paid to teach kids how to make cartoons. So I really enjoy what I do here.
Speaking of teaching, how does this year's freshman compare to the last?
The freshmen this year are fun. The freshmen last year were challenging. But that happens here. That's part of the job. You have to get used to different waves of behaviors and energies that come and go.
Yeah.
So you have to be ready to deal with them. You have to be ready to adapt and figure out new strategies to help kids that are misbehaving or discipline them. It's just part of the job here,
Yeah. So those are all of our mailbag questions. And that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Hey.
All right.
Thank you. And I want to say good job, guys, because you guys have done a really good job with this podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Faculty Fusion and stay tuned and keep up with the latest updates on the show. We'll see you guys next episode. Go Oilers.
Good Lord.